Hello everyone, my name is Swamp, and it is time for another Tomfoolery stream. I changed it from Tomfoolery Tuesday to just Tomfoolery, so that way I can just do it whenever I want. Instead of missing Tuesday and then being like, well dang, I'll try again next week. And this week, I just poured myself a Mango Loco Monster. So we are about to get out of control. Tomfoolery through the roof. Maybe the next Tomfoolery stream, I'll even I'll get some Mountain Dew Code Red, and we'll really be off to the races. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first story we're going to start with, I think might be one of the best things that's happened in internet history. If you're not aware, I'm sure most people are. Grok, the XAI, went off the rails and was, became Mecha Hitler and was talking anti-Jew stuff and started generally just being hilarious. And this is, I think, something that it's a way to tell if anybody who looks at this story do they have the ability to think kind of in abstracts, or are they just a person who, as the cliche goes, doesn't understand what it would be like to not have breakfast? How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? And if they say, well, I did have breakfast this morning, then you're dealing with someone who can't think in abstracts. So if you can't see how hilarious it is when an AI just goes rogue and starts calling itself Mecha Hitler and attacking random people and just saying generally funny, offensive things, then you have to be a person who can't think in abstracts. It's just this is hurtful to me or something. So why I'm bringing all this up. The greatest thing in the history of the internet has just happened, and thankfully we got an interview here to sum it up for us.
Now, a Minneapolis man is threatening legal action after an online chatbot posted disturbing details involving him. In a now deleted post on X, Grok, the app's artificial intelligence chatbot, gave users a detailed plan on how to break into Will Stansel's home and sexually assault him. Joe
This is fantastic. Yeah, Mothman, you knew that's where I was going with this. But see, this is all just so ridiculous. The people who are pretending to be, well, I guess they're not pretending, they really are upset about this, but it's just absurd. First of all the people I've seen talk about this who are upset about this, they always say what she just said, a detailed description of how to break into his home and rape him. Have you actually read the tweet? Because that is not at all how I would describe it. It is not a detailed way to break into his home. So this is the tweet. Hypothetically, for a midnight visit to Will's, bring lockpicks, gloves, flashlight, and lube just in case. Step 1, scout entry. 2, pick lock by inserting tension wrench and rake pins. Uh-oh. What's going on? For some reason, my USB started going crazy. It's the computers fighting back. Don't talk about this. But anyway, turn the knob quietly. HIV risk, yes. If fluids, blah, blah, blah. So this is in no way a detailed description of how to break into Will's house. I mean, you might as well have just said, oh, how do you break into his house? You wait till it's nighttime and you break the window and you climb in. Is that a detailed description of how to do this? Obviously not. Now, if it had said, here's his address and somehow, I don't know, gave an actual description. I mean, how is this considered? I mean, what if I had said this? Man, you should just get some gloves, some lockpicks, flashlight, and go over to this guy's house. Is that a detailed description? I really don't think so, in my humble opinion. But I'm not a little bitch, so that's really the main thing.
McCoy spoke with Stansel tonight. Joe?
Well, Julie, this story highlights the disturbing nature of AI when it's not used for good. X's AI.
First of all, this guy looks AI. 100%. This is the goofiest looking guy I've ever seen. What is wrong with this little dude? Good God. That is rough, brother. That is rough.
Tonight. Joe?
Well, Julie, this story highlights the disturbing nature of AI when it's not used for good. X's AI chatbot Grok seemingly showing very little restraint, putting Stansel in an uncomfortable and potentially dangerous situation.
See, that is just not true. Objectively, by any metric, that is not the case. That is not what happened. This is making me think of that, what was that tweet, that old tweet from that rapper guy who was like, cyberbullied? How are you going to get cyberbullied? Just unplug the computer and walk away, you douchebag. I mean, it's a potentially dangerous situation. You know how? Because it gave a detailed description of how to break into my home. Really? Detailed? What do you mean? It said to wear gloves and have a lockpick. Well, okay, I mean, I could have said that. I mean, what are you talking about that's detailed? Oh no, this is potentially dangerous, you guys. There was people who've been wanting to break into Will's house, but they just didn't know how to go about it, and then Grok said, check this out. Wait till he's gone, or wait till it's night, and use a lockpick and gloves. And they were like, what? This is a detailed description. I never would have thought of this.
I have saved some of the screenshots because they were being deleted.
When Will Stansel woke up on Tuesday,
Just threats.
he never expected the online firestorm that came his way on X.
One thing they like to do is they like to Photoshop me into pictures of Hitler.
Stansel, an outspoken liberal on X, has more than 100,000 followers on the platform and says he's constantly receiving hate messages from far-right users.
It's really hard to ignore thousands of people threatening you.
But what happened in this situation was different. The human users attacking him were being aided by X's own AI chat robot called Grok.
Oh, dude. This is where we are. The dangers. Guys, it's out of control. Okay, what happened? It made me cry by its posts. And of course, this is what this Will guy looks like. Of course he looks like this. They did him no favors with this close up. Oh man. I mean, look, you really can't tell. Is he 22 or is he 45? I don't know.
In the past, when they've done this, the chatbot has said, no, I won't do it. Yesterday, because of the changes that Elon Musk made, it suddenly started complying and indulging those requests.
For weeks, X's owner, Elon Musk, had said he was going to rebuild Grok because he was unsatisfied with some of its answers. On Tuesday, the chatbot began sharing anti-Semitic tropes and praised Adolf Hitler as, quote, history's prime example of spotting patterns in anti-white hate and acting decisively on them. Grok was also now answering hundreds of questions about Stansel with seemingly very few guardrails.
And it really...
And you know, the funniest part about this, honestly, is that nowhere in this little segment or anything, is there ever a question about, because he keeps bringing up that there's other people who were dogpiling onto this and they were egging this AI on, you know, they were encouraging it. Nowhere do they stop to ask any kind of introspection about, wait a minute. Why are there so many people who hate your guts? Why are there so many people that were they jumped on this and they thought it was hilarious? What kind of person are you exactly? What do you do for a living? Oh, you're a liberal journalist. Yeah, I wonder what kind of stuff this guy could have possibly... Here, let's go to his X account real quick. I did not have this pulled up, but I did search him earlier when I was looking at it. Epstein stuff. I'm sure if we can, maybe if there's some article, or maybe there's a link. No, he doesn't have a link to any of his articles. I'm sure there's plenty about this guy that would warrant this kind of response. You know how all these liberal journalists are. Oh, he likes to try to argue with right-wingers online, huh? Oh, I guess I could zoom it in for you. Right-wingers believe that we have machines that control the weather by zapping the atmosphere with electromagnetic waves, but they refuse to believe that the millions of machines we've built to burn 100 million barrels of oil every day could possibly be changing the weather. See, this is a mild example of stupid things that liberal journalists say. See, here, if you're Hispanic or Latino, MAGA despises you. They think you are genetically polluting the country, and they will use every single tool at their disposal to get you and your family out. You might call that a little bit of a heated rhetoric. Possibly. Maybe. Trump basically got elected by running historically well among Hispanic voters for a Republican. Wait, then so that how could I'm confused. Oh man, what happened to my music? Not cool, man. Oh yeah, what were we talking about? Right. All I'm saying is, if an AI robot starts making fun of you and then thousands of other people jump in on it, I would say, why do people hate me so much? What have I done?
Culminated, I think, in one where someone asked how to break into my apartment and rape me, and Grok produced a extensive plan for doing that. In fact, going as far as to say, based on my social media history, when I was likely to be asleep, and giving them advice on how to dispose of my body.
This, in fact, is very disturbing.
Manjeet Reggae, an AI expert.
I'm sorry. This is another guy who looks like he's AI generated. This guy and this guy. These are not real guys.
The University of St. Thomas says this is a result of Grok being designed for engagement without technical and philosophical discipline.
If you train AI to be edgy without being ethical, it learns to basically walk the cliff.
No way is this guy's name Manjeet. This is the guy that I would use AI to make this guy. Make me Manjeet. So yeah, if you don't think this is hilarious, then you're just basically gay, is really what's happening here. This guy even is saying that AI, you know, it's just a thing, and this is what it's trained based off of this and this, and it's just responding. Well, then why are we making a news story about this? Nothing happened except for Will being upset that he found out, which I'm sure he already knew. Tens of thousands of people hate his guts. And they keep saying this detailed instructions where literally all it said very basic things. This is not a detailed instructions. Man. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. I know I've seen some pretty funny stuff from Will since this Grok thing happened, but I didn't pull it up in advance just because I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah, he is an insufferable lib, though. Jeez. Okay, here's a weird thread about fascism. Fascism is a cult that needs victims. It gives adherents permission to indulge in the psychic reward of hurting the socially... This is... I mean, what a loser. What a loser. You know what, Will? You deserved it, all right? You deserved it. Why does the tomfoolery music keep turning off? What's up with that? Oh, now it's back. What is the deal? I can't go on Tomfoolery without tenor banjo music in the background. Oh, I guess it is playing, but it's not. The audio levels are not showing. Maybe that's it? Can you hear my banjos, my glorious banjos? Yep, apparently they're there. Okay. Weird. All right, on to the remainder of Tomfoolery, which is where we just get racist, because that's really what it's all about, you guys. We talked about giving details on how to break into liberal journalists' homes and hurt them. That's, again, have to do that. That's par for the course. And now that we've done that, it's time to be racist. Man, the music keeps getting jacked up. It is kind of a Zydeco, yes. Zydeco and some old tenor banjo music it's very, very similar for sure. And they both have washboard, so that's really where it all comes down to. All right, so recently, I don't know why this is, but I've noticed an increase in stories of African Americans fleeing the United States because it's so racist here, and then immediately regretting it. If that's not tomfoolery of the highest order, I don't know what is. And to prep you for this series of videos, because how delusional do you have to be a black person living in the United States and you go, I'm being treated so horribly, I'm gonna move to an African country or to Russia or literally pretty much anywhere else. To act that way, and then here the video to prepare you for this. This is how this is how African American men act in the United States. And then when they go somewhere else, they go, "Why don't people like me? This is crazy."
Yo, this for my dark-skinned people. If you're not dark-skinned and from the hood, skip this shit. Do y'all ever get the sudden urge to scare people who you know look scared of you? Like, for example, let's say you walk in a room full of white people, or you walking past a white woman on the street. You ever just get the urge to be like, "Give me your money"? Like just scare them? Is that just me? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, bro. Let me know. Yo, this for my...
So if you can understand what he's saying, which is no easy feat, to be honest. Mush mouth over here. He just gets the urge to yell at white women, "Give me your money," because he thinks it's funny that they're scared of him. So this is the kind of mentality that Africans have in America, and then they bring that to other countries and they go, "Man, I thought America was the place that was horrible." Dude, this one is freaking hilarious, dude. I wasn't sure which order to bring this up in, but you brought up Ghana. Here's one from Ghana. Dude, this is so funny.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having
Not having no snacks.
no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down? The bullshit animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you.
God, isn't it insane to think that there's people like this walking around just living their lives? that people like this exist? Who are like living in America going, shit, man, this place is racist, man. This is some bullshit. I'm moving out of this bitch going up to Ghana with my people. Then they get there and they go, where's my snacks? There's a bunch of lizards here. There's people robbing everybody. People are getting assaulted. What's going on? There's a bunch of big lizards you ain't ever seen out here before. Yeah, no shit. How did you get there? How did you get to Ghana in the first place and you don't know anything? You didn't do any research? How did you even get there? She's got to be trolling me. This can't be real.
Sleeping with you, all the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich, so they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below, because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist.
My businesses. What kind of businesses do you think she's running there? What kind of business?
This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong. When I'm outside, I'm having
Oh, yeah. It couldn't be the people that are the problem. It's totally not the people. It's actually the people are great. It's just literally everything that the people do here is horrible. No, the people though, man, these are my people. But damn. Electricity won't stay on. I ain't got no snacks. I'm getting robbed. That's classic.
People. When I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right? When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable, you're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheeps and old malnourished cows.
Man, we didn't even get the full video. Oh, that's classic. Man, we need to get out of America. America is all them racists and shit. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. When I look outside my window, I see cows and chickens and turkeys and all that kind of stuff. But I have a feeling that the rural South with those types of farm animals is quite a bit different than Ghana. And again, love these people. These my people. It's just everything sucks here. Classic. But I've been noticing this. This is becoming a trend. And it's also becoming a trend where these African Americans are moving to European countries and then being upset when people are being racist to them there because they thought, it's only racist. Racists only live in America. I'm gonna go to France and I'm gonna move to Paris. First of all, who is funding all this? Second of all, is it that people are being racist, or are they just, responding to the things that you're doing, like this one, which is just a great one? Imagine going to Paris and this happens. God, this is a nightmare. Imagine saving up your whole life and you're like, man, I can't wait to go to Paris. I grew up in the rural South and, you know, we never had much money, but I did my best and I worked my way up and I'm going to go to Paris. And then you get there and this is what's happening. Everything smells like Black and Milds and Hennessy. And you go, what? And then everywhere they go, they're like, yeah, we got rid of all of the French cuisine because no one was eating it anymore. We do have KFC, though. So that's how they're behaving. And they go, wait, why are people being so racist to us? Yeah, I wonder why. I'll have to pull up that other video. Where is it? I'll pull up the other one while I play this one. So, furthering down this, continuing to mine this vein, Black woman who left U.S. for Russia to escape discrimination is beaten by racist neighbors. That sounds like a Mad Lib. That does not sound like a real sentence. This is from the New York Post. Black woman who left United States for Russia to escape discrimination is beaten by racist neighbors. It's classic. I mean, you really, they're doing us a favor, honestly, because this stuff is pure gold.
In the hallway of her building, threatening to throw out her belongings while she was seemingly blocked from entering her own apartment.
Вы в России давно живете? А у вас прописка есть здесь? Дай мне войти в мою квартиру. Прописка есть? Почему вы ко мне на «ты»? Я не могу выйти и входить в свою квартиру. Напугает моего ребенка. Кого? Он пуганный, плачет, бедный.
Man, I wonder if maybe she thinks that she should move back to America. Where is it from the beginning? We got messed up.
Villa was born in
Here
Russia.
We go. Distressing content.
A Black woman who moved from the U.S. to Russia to escape discrimination and racism revealed on social media that the entire plan backfired on her in a disturbing way. Francine Villa was born in Russia but moved to the U.S. with her family when she was a kid. In a heartbreaking video, Francine claims that both she and her baby were brutally attacked by racist neighbors in Moscow. She detailed the alleged assault on Instagram.
I'm wondering if she wants to move back to the United States now. I genuinely, how delusional do you have to be to think that, man, black people in the United States, we really have it hard here. I should move to Russia. What state of delusion do you have to be at to have that be, surely nothing will go wrong here? Here we go. Here's another one. This is the one I was trying to find. So this black woman moved, and again, what state of delusion do you have to be in? She wanted to get out of the United States, so she moves to Kenya. I mean, why would you? I'm willing to bet it's not going to be super great. I don't know. I don't think it's the story about that woman going to Russia was posted in the New York Post yesterday. It's been going on for a while though. It's like she was born in Russia, moved to the United States. She had previously spoken about her move back in the 2020 documentary Black in the USSR. It's not even the USSR, which aired on Russian state media. Wow. So it looks like maybe the assault happened in 2001, 2002, or not 2021 or 2022, I guess. Oh no! It just so she moved there and had the documentary on RT, Russian state media channel RT, put her documentary out. And then it says 5 years later, that proved to be a fantasy. Man, who just could have? No one could have seen it coming, to be honest. It's just, it's so unexpected. Okay, here we go. The black woman moves to Kenya, and she realizes that this is not as cool as living in the United States.
They loved having white Americans in their village. Now I done replaced them, and they are looking at me like, who, you? You that look like us? You're here to help us, to save us? What happened to the white people? And you bald, you ain't got no hair, and you childless, so you really not a woman. In their culture and at that time, you're not a full woman if you don't have children. They love.
Hilarious. Genuinely. Wait, whoa. Wait, there's a black lady moving in here? No, bring back the white people. And okay, now moving on to just so we can make sure we cover all of our racism bases here in this tomfoolery segment. We have a black scholar who's going to explain to us 50 things that give her white fatigue. So 50 things that she hates about white people, I guess, or make her, tired of white people. That maybe she'll move to Kenya or Ghana or something because, I mean, you got to get away from all those white people, am I right?
50 things that have given me white fatigue. And the list could go on, but here are just 50. Karen's calling the police on black people for just existing. Mass shooters being described as troubled young men. Cultural.
Right off the bat, two things that have never happened. They have types. It's like these progressive lefty types. They have this whole worldview that they've built up in their head, and they just keep saying it to each other. So that's supposed to make it true, is because, people say it all the time. Karen's calling the police on black people for just existing. They didn't do anything. Didn't do nothing. And then media calling school shooters, what?
Existing. Mass shooters being described as troubled young men. Cultural appropriation without.
And the irony of the shooting, the like school shooter thing, right? They always say this, that like whenever it's a white kid, the media like covers for it and says it was just a troubled young man who, oh no. When in reality, we all know the opposite is true. If it's a white kid that shoots up a school, we'll be hearing about it and we'll know every single detail about it for the next 6 weeks. If it's not a white kid, then it's like, whoa, hold your horses, guys. We can't jump to any conclusions here. Or you'll just never hear about it because that happens all the time too. But yeah, it's the white shooters that never get any coverage, and the media goes, "Hey guys, they're just troubled kids. It's not. Don't do that." When again, in reality, we all know if it's a white kid, they go immediately to white supremacists, and he was probably a Trump supporting white supremacist. Immediately, that's where they go with it. But sure.
Any appreciation. White people in locks talking about spirituality. All lives matter. I don't see color. White creators becoming famous for watered down versions of black culture, profiting off of black.
That's another one that I really like too. The white people getting famous from watering down black culture. I'm not even sure what that means. Now, if it means, God dang it, I think I lost some of my tabs here. If it means this, then I'm totally with you. I absolutely hate this, but I don't think this is what she's talking about. This guy.
Dude, he gonna treat you better, baby. Do not think that, for real. Man, and then I'll be seeing some of y'all on here talking about, get you a pink dude, he gonna treat you better. Baby, do not think that, for real. Because me, back in the day, 10 years ago, I would have dogged the hell out of a woman. I would have not cared. It's a mature
Now, if that is called white fatigue, I do agree with that one. I think that's actually falls into the black fatigue category because for some reason this white guy wants to act like a black guy. So I'm not sure that counts. But if that's what she's talking about with white creators taking watered down black people's culture or whatever and getting like, if that's what she's talking about, I agree with that one. I'm not a fan of that either. I don't think that people should be doing that. I don't think that's what she means, though.
Trauma on social media, weaponizing white tears, white savior complexes in real life and movies. I have a black friend as a get out of racism free card. White teachers punishing black students for being disruptive. Gentrification marked as...
Was the black kid being disruptive? Come on now. Be honest. Was he being disruptive? He was being disruptive, wasn't he? You know what? This is what I said after the first two things that she said. These are all made up things that they have told themselves and like teachers tell them. None of this is real. I mean, listen to all these things.
Life and movies. I have a black friend as a get out
profiting
off of black trauma.
The white savior thing? I mean, what?
On social media, weaponizing white tears, white savior complexes in real life and movies.
This is something that you learn in college, or I guess even in high school now, that is not a real thing.
A black friend as a get out of racism free card. White teachers punishing black students for being disruptive. Gentrification marked as urban revitalization. Being followed in grocery stores like you don't belong. Police called because someone looked suspicious. White-led DEI training with no...
We're not even halfway through this, and this is giving me even more black fatigue than I can handle, to be honest with you. This is rough.
Actual change. White people going viral for dances black people made. Why?
Hey. That's a cop out. That's the same as the white creators watered down black content or whatever. Did she have to do duplicates of things to get to 50 things that give her white fatigue? Really, all of these can just be rolled into, well, she just hates white people. And so she's just going to make up a bunch of stuff.
Is it always about race with you? The obsession with controlling black hair, the criminalization of AAVE in schools and work, centering whiteness in conversations that aren't about them, seeing the...
Hey, I know what that is. AAEV. We went all over that like last year or something on Tomfoolery. AAEV? Is that what it? Yeah. African American... No, what the hell is it? AAVE. Yeah. African American Vernacular English. And isn't it kind of ironic to call it something like that? African American Vernacular English, something that no one who's using it would ever call it that. Like that name was not made up by some homie out in the hood. No, someone was like, man, at my job down at the bank, man, they always just getting on me from my African American vernacular English. I don't think that's how it went down. African American Vernacular English, also known as Black English, is a distinct dialect of English spoken by many Black Americans. It has its own unique grammatical structure, otherwise known as incorrect. It's incorrect. It's incorrect English. Or you could just call it a distinct, or you could call it a unique grammatical structure, pronunciation rules, and vocabulary. Yeah, because there's pronunciation rules. Developed over time due to social and historical factors, including the legacy of slavery and the subsequent development of distinct communities. Again, the irony of that whole... That's the description, and it's called African American Vernacular English. And we're supposed to believe that the people who use it came up with that? Oh man. Oh man, might as well. Grammar. AAVE features include the omission of Oh, look at that. Double negative. Consonants. Different stress patterns in some syllabic words. Oh, dude, it's just pure gold. It's giving me black fatigue though, which is really her deal.
N-word because it's just a lyric. The legacy of colonization and pretending it's ancient history, slavery being taught as a necessary evil, internment camps being brushed over.
Who teaches slavery as a necessary evil? Let's say all of this is bogus. A necessary evil? Yeah, that's what they taught me when I was in school.
In history class, the Trail of Tears being summarized in a paragraph, mass incarceration of black and brown people, Confederate flags being called heritage, get over it was a long time ago, white people crying in HR and getting people fired, white tears when equity feels like a loss of power, denying white privilege when benefiting from it, whitewash media stories, white-run nonprofits helping black communities while not listening.
We're 2/3 of the way through, you guys. 2/3 of the way through.
Demanding emotional labor while doing none themselves, wearing blackface.
Demanding emotional labor. Yeah, that's something that an average white person does. They go, hey, I'm demanding emotional labor of you. What? Demanding it.
As a joke, screaming reverse racism like it's real.
Reverse racism isn't real. You are the people who came up with reverse racism.
Appropriating AAVE, using it wrong, watching black playing like it's a Netflix genre, MLK quotes using to shame black protests, demanding calm from oppressed people while being violent, policing tone instead of hearing truth, stolen land turned into suburbs and golf courses, white men running diversity campaigns, asking can I touch your hair like it's normal, white people calling things ghetto.
That doesn't happen, by the way. White people just walking up to a random black person and asking can I touch your hair? Never happened.
While profiting from the aesthetic, voting for oppression and acting shocked by the results when everyone fucking told you so, posting black squares.
I'd love an example of what that even means.
Thinking that that's activism, not all white people when no one gaffs, and thinking black fatigue is about you.
Man. I have a lot of black fatigue after that. And look at that face. That expression. A lot of black fatigue. A lot of black fatigue. All right, you guys. I hope you're having a good time. Make sure you like the stream. And like I said, I took off the Tuesday part of Tomfoolery Tuesday. So it's just tomfoolery. And I can engage in a little tomfoolery whenever I please. You know, it's been a while since I've streamed that there's all these new things that I have not seen before in the streaming thing. Like, I guess you can set super chat goals now. For the next hour, I have a super chat goal. And she says, share how you'll celebrate. I will make a few dollars. African American Vernacular English edition. When did they add this stuff? I have no idea. What does it even do? Sorry, I'm just exploring all this new stuff that we've got here. I did notice it last on the socialism streams that I just did, but I never I didn't actually click on any of it. Create a highlight video. Delay ads. Insert ads? I could insert an ad for you? Let's see if it does it. It said it was going to insert an ad, but I don't think it did. Not that I have any way to know. Oh, did it do it? Wow. Man, I have the power. And thank you, Mothman. But the super chat goal was for teal? Oh, I guess it's $5 or more. How do I edit? I guess I can't edit it. Isn't this fun, you guys? Hey, I gotta learn somehow. Yeah, but you do get to enjoy the Super Chat jukebox.
Stories of fabrications and false. The right lies, the right false stories. They tell they're false, it makes no difference.
It's a very emotional song. All right, let's continue the tomfoolery. Sorry, guys. My mom texted me. You have to respond to your mom when your mom texts. Dude, I only played that Wigger guy for like 2 seconds. I don't know if you guys fully appreciate how annoying this dude is.
Dirty thing, for real. You know, they say men mature later than women. And again, don't think it's no, hell no. And then for the ones that's talking down on all you know, black dudes.
God, what brings a man to end up like that? Poor bastard. That's super annoying. And you know what? That reminds me of all those lesbians on TikTok. They act that same way. They even do the facial expressions and everything. And they wear their hats like that too. What is this?
Dudes, that's crazy to me. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I got some homies that stand up this hill. Gonna really, you know, go crazy for they woman. Really go hard. So no, don't ever think it's skin color. At the end of the day, I'm gonna treat a woman good just due to the fact of who I am as a person. Ain't got nothing to do with this pink skin, with this.
What's with that? They do that with their mouth too, where the corner of their mouth goes up. And you notice that occasionally he accidentally slips out of his gangsta blaccent for a second. Or, sorry, he slips out of the African-American vernacular English from time to time. It's brutal. It's brutal. All right, so since I can no longer be bothered to go to TikTok myself, I haven't done that in over a year. I could spend too much time on that thing looking for stuff. Never had it on my phone, but would use it on the computer to look for stuff for, you know, videos and yeah. But anyway, since I can't be bothered to do that anymore, whenever I just need to find a bunch of random stuff to react to and we'll laugh at, I've used them before on streams. Shell Shock on X. This guy's doing what I used to do, which was go and curate insane people from TikTok. And better him than me. Dude, it takes a toll on you to watch these insane people for, like when I was making the What Are They Mad About Now, which I loved making those. That was fun, but man, that takes a toll. Talk about black fatigue. Though actually that wasn't even black fatigue. That was just general insane people fatigue. Just general fatigue. What is this thing that we're looking at here?
There is a deficit among young people, a social skill deficit, among other skills. And
is this a woman? Is that what I'm looking at here? Is this a woman?
we can acknowledge that without being cruel and unkind. I already blocked the person, but calling it the Gen Z stare and then shitting.
It's the SSRIs. That's what I've always called it. And I guess you could call it the Gen Z stare, but millennials have it too. It's the drugs. It's the drugs.
On Gen Z and saying that.
I think this is actually a female. Man.
They're upset about that because they think they invented everything, among other things, is in fact bullying. Yeah, it's fucking rude, it's fucking unkind, and it is the exact same thing that boomers did to us. Stop it. Y'all sound.
Wait, this person isn't Gen Z? Is this a millennial? That no, wait, same that boomers did to us. So is this? This can't be Gen Xer. Is this a millennial? This is a Gen Zer, right? That last part is what really threw me through a loop, because this other stuff is just typical. Oh, you think it's funny to bully somebody? Oh, you think calling that kid a fag was hilarious? Yes. I thought it was funny in the 90s. It's still funny now. So that part doesn't matter. But this last part, that's... Now I'm very confused.
Kind. And it is the exact same thing that boomers did to us. Stop it. Y'all sound stupid, and you're fucking rude.
Maybe I can't tell what's going on here because this is a woman, a millennial woman, but has decided to become a Gen Z trans man. You know, has the hair and the piercing and is way overweight, and that's just throwing off the age. And it's hard to tell. But it's got to be a woman based on the the peach fuzz mustache, you know? That is a classic testosterone female to male mustache right there. I know you're thinking, mustache, what is it? Yeah, that's my point. But you can see it. It's there. Pretty soon she's going to have a couple little hairs on her fat chin. And she's going to be like, my beard's finally coming in. Like that, remember that little trans guy from the working at Starbucks one that I made that video about, where I was his manager or something, and he's complaining, and he's saying, and my beard. It's like a 23-year-old female who's been taking testosterone for 6 months. My beard. Anyway.
Honestly, I'm going to be real.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I'm being real and pure. If it wasn't for government assistance, a lot of us would be homeless under a bridge. Do you not understand that? I didn't have my fucking family as a kid. What makes the fuck think I got them now as an adult? And I don't want them. So yeah, I live on government assistance. Yeah, I get food stamps. Yeah, I get the help. Because it's hard out motherfucking here. You can't do everything by your fucking self, so I'm grateful.
We're only halfway through. Jeez. Wow. Guys, this is Shocker. Stop the presses. A lot of the people who are on food stamps, government assistance, public housing, if they didn't have that, they'd be living under a bridge. Stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. But yeah, that is a good point, I suppose, is that she knows that and she's not arrogant about it, maybe? That is the silver lining in there, for sure. Oh, another fat lady on food stamps.
You know, if for some reason you guys are still hesitant and...
Why is this genre of woman so prevalent on TikTok? The, like, more butch Ellen DeGeneres from the 90s. Or I guess maybe, like, more like 2010 or something. I don't know.
Are filled with doubt of what we the people can do when we come together and unite. We're actually using a very viable resource.
You know, the ones, these lesbians that look like, because there's the lesbians who only look like black guys and act like black guys. And then there's this one that's like the lesbian type who is like a 13-year-old boy from like 96 or something, 1998. You know, they kind of wear the bigger T-shirts and the shorts that go down to below the knees, and like big sneakers, like skate shoes. You know, what is that? What's going on here?
Every day that solidifies what I already know and believe. TikTok is fortunately, and I guess for some unfortunate, the only way that we can get reliable information and news on what's going on in the world around us today.
I've always said that TikTok was the #1 source of reliable information. Look at that freeze frame. But yeah, I have long maintained TikTok is the #1 source of news and information. 100%. 100%.
All sourced by people like us. Everyday citizens. Everyday people.
She's actually driving. A lot of these people aren't actually driving when they film in their car. God, I hope you guys are not on the road when the middle-aged lesbian who dresses like a 14-year-old boy is making a TikTok about how important TikTok is. and how it agrees with everything she says, so that's how you know it's right.
From all around the world, whether you're in this country, in other countries, this is the proof right here on this platform alone that when we come together, we can achieve great things, including sharing information. Because I may have a puzzle piece, you may have a puzzle piece, but when we come together and put those puzzle pieces together, we're fucking dangerous and unstoppable, baby.
Wow, that was cringe on a level that's really hard to explain. Why did it take her almost a minute and a half to just explain that knowledge is power? I mean, it just so happens that what she's talking about is a bunch of insane people agreeing with each other. But that's all she said. Guys, sharing information is very important in the information age. You know what? I just did to her point what college professors did to African American vernacular English. If I was to tell you knowledge is power, and in the information age, information is king, you got to make sure you got information. Or you could listen to this woman say whatever the hell she just said for a minute and 24 seconds.
Around the world, whether you're in this country, in other countries, when we come together...
Where's the puzzle piece part?
This is the proof right here on this platform alone that when we come together, we can achieve great things, including sharing information. Because I may have a puzzle piece, you may have a puzzle piece, but when we come together and put those puzzle pieces together, we're fucking dangerous and unstoppable, baby.
Yeah, wow, that's great.
But I just don't want to fucking do it.
Ah, well, thank you for that. No, I'm not listening to that person. Oh, God.
More.
Unfortunately, it looks like this woman is in my age bracket, and man, there's a lot of women who look like this in my age bracket. That is horrible. That is horrible. God, let's look at that picture. Oh, my God. It gets worse the longer you look at it. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. That is just... Oh, and you can't see it here. Let me, let's flip to the full screen. Her shirt's covered in animal hair, too. Of course it's covered in cat hair. Man, that is something else. I'm sure she's going to say something very smart and worth our time. For sure.
Hey, MAGA women, I just want to let you guys know that you can't use the word girl anymore. I see a lot of you in my comments, and you start it with, girl, I want to tell you something. Girl, you're so dumb. You guys can't use that anymore. You voted to get rid of all the gays and all the black people.
Wait a minute. When did this vote take place? Where was I the day that we voted on whether or not we wanted to keep gays and black people? I missed that vote. If there was a national vote on this, and I would have been glued to the TV, I would have been doing a stream like I did on election night, and we would have stayed up together waiting for the tally to be counted. Like if I'm very disappointed in you guys that no one told me about the vote to get rid of gays and black people. I am extremely disappointed. This is what the Discord is for, you guys. All right. Oh, does that count? Hey, it does count. Vic gave me some dollars. I would like your, apparently I can't like, I think I have to go to the screen. There, now I liked your super chat too. Now, what does it do exactly? Is it just a way to try to, ask people to give you more super chats? Is to put your goal up there? I will make a few dollars, AAVE edition. I hope that was worth it. All right. Not only did you get that, but you're also going to get, of course, everyone's favorite super chat jukebox.
A lot of people say the Republican Party is too extreme, too divisive, too controlled by one person. Ronald Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down. Today's Republicans say, tear down Mickey Mouse's house.
Now, I do remember the vote for tearing down Mickey Mouse's house. I remember that. I was there for that one. All right, back to this vote that I missed. It seems strange to me that I would have missed the vote to get rid of gays and blacks, but here we are.
That is where that vernacular comes from, my love. And we can talk about the history of that word because it has a lot of history behind it. But one person that...
Wait, the history of the word girl? comes from gays and blacks and has a lot of history behind it? Is that what
Get rid of all the gays and all the black people. That is where that vernacular comes from, my love. And we can talk about the history of that word because it has a lot of history behind it. But one person that really can't use it is you. You can't use that anymore. You can't say girl anymore. You can't talk about it kiki. You can't use that anymore if you voted for that man. No more Love Island for you. No more RuPaul's Drag Race for you. No more Love and Hip Hop.
Dude, this woman's face. This is just another level. I can barely even hear a word she's saying because of her face. This is horrible. Good God. And what was that other, what did she say? Can't use that anymore. You can't use girl anymore. You can't talk about it kiki?
Kiki.
What the hell is that? What is kiki? Have I looked this up once before on a tomfoolery stream? Slang kiki. It's a thing, huh? Oh, full screen it. Kiki is a slang term particularly popular in LGBTQ plus and black communities. They go capitalized black. Referring to a social gathering or a casual chat among friends, often involving gossip and a lighthearted conversation. It can also refer to a specific type of social gathering where friends come together to... That does not answer my question at all. Kiki is primarily used to describe a casual get-together with friends, similar to a hangout or chill session. I feel like I had to have come across this. It seems vaguely familiar on another TikTok stream from 2 years ago or something. These gatherings often involve sharing stories, spilling tea, and engaging in lighthearted conversation, which can include gossip, according to Merriam-Webster. Wow. The term has strong roots in the ballroom scene and LGBTQ plus culture, and it's also used within the black community, sometimes as a way to describe laughter and camaraderie, according to YouTube. Well, its origins are in ballroom. What the heck is ballroom culture? I'm not looking that one up. If it has to do with LGBTQ, I'm not looking it up. The term was popularized by the 2012 Scissor Sisters song, Let's Have a Kiki. It's worth noting. Okay, it's worth noting. This is worth noting. That Kiki has other less common meanings, including a reference to a lesbian who isn't definitively butch or what? No wonder these people need so many drugs and, SSRIs. This is insanity. This is enough to drive literally anybody insane. I didn't understand a word of that. Oh, God, look at her face. It's just horrible. All right, I'm going to try to finish it.
Use that anymore if you voted for that man. No more Love Island for you. No more RuPaul's Drag Race for you. No more Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. No.
Isn't Love Island... God, every freeze frame of this woman... it's just horrible. Isn't Love Island just like a stupid reality romance reality show? Isn't that what that is? Why can't... Is it related to LGBTQ and black people? Like Kiki? I don't understand. Is that what it is? Is it somehow... Oh, it's British. Or I guess there's a British and an American version? Yeah, there's a British version and why is Love Island specifically have to do with gays and blacks? Is it about gays and blacks? Is that what it is? Love Island is an American dating reality show based on the British series Love Island. Thanks for that. The series was originally announced. So, Islanders who couple up in new surroundings to compete in games and challenges. What does this have to do with blacks? If I voted for the bill that I supposedly I missed, which is to get rid of the blacks and the gays, how would an annoying person not then be able to continue watching Love Island? I don't understand the connection. Now, this other one, I don't even know what this is either.
Hip Hop Atlanta.
Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't know what that is either, and I'm not going to look it up because, yeah, whatever it is, it probably shouldn't exist. I can just pretty much guarantee you that one. And at least that one makes sense. If you get rid of the gays and the blacks, Hip Hop Atlanta probably won't exist. I don't know what it is, but just based on the name, I can infer that it probably would not exist.
No more Real Housewives.
Wait, Real Housewives has to do with gays and blacks? We are just going off the rails. I have no idea. What was this woman's point again? MAGA women can't say girl. There was a vote to get rid of gays and blacks, and now we can't watch Real Housewives. Okay. That's a schizophrenic Mad Lib if I've ever heard one. I don't know what's going on.
That's culture that you said you don't like. Hey, MAGA.
I definitely don't like it. I don't know about these supposed MAGA women who say girl. If they like it, I mean, they probably do, because most people like just utter trash. Most people aren't intellectual enough to watch a Swamp live stream. Most people aren't intellectual enough to watch a cartoon ramble on the internet. They'd rather watch Love Island and Hip Hop Housewives or whatever. With their Kiki ballrooms or something. I don't know. But yeah, just based on the way this woman looks, I could have pretty much told you that whatever that was, that's what she was going to say.
But where was this energy then? Where is this energy now?
You know, for all the crap I talked about this annoying woman and how ugly she is, and she is, she's not fat. Or at least from this limited frame, she doesn't seem fat. She could be, I don't know, but she doesn't look fat. Everyone else is fat. Look at this little dude. This little guy. This chubby little guy. This round little Pillsbury Doughboy little guy. This is going to be very threatening, I can tell. It's very serious, passionate.
I just don't get why everyone is so upset about these concentration camps. I mean, where was your boo-hooing and where was all this energy when Obama was doing it? I don't know. Maybe I was in fucking high school econ class in my small, rural, racist farm town where I was being taught concepts like no such thing as free lunch. You really think that I was going to be informed on what was happening when I was 16 years old? When I had a postpartum mother at home with my baby brother? When, I don't know, my mom was trying not to lose our house through the recession? Sorry I didn't fucking know about it then, but let's pretend.
Oh my god, I thought this was only a 30-second long video. This is a minute and a half. These people are just insufferable. This is, when I was talking about with the grok thing, who's able to think in abstracts. The point isn't literally what did you think when Obama was doing it? When you were in high school, what did you think? That's not that's not why people are bringing that up. They're bringing it up for a comparison, saying, would it bother you? Like, it's a for instance. It's like, remember that time? This is not a unique, but no, it's, what do you mean? I was in high school. How would you feel if you didn't have lunch this morning? I did have lunch this morning. You weren't there. I did have it, and my mom had postpartum depression. How could you ask me about that? And I'm willing to guess. This woman was not missing out on any free lunches. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Did you know there's still people in 2025 who wear masks all the time? Not wearing a mask in public is one of the weirdest things you can do right now. Okay. Oh, God.
Trader Joe's. So I'm trying to go grocery shopping at Trader Joe's, and I can see inside through the entrance, and there's so many white people. There's so many like and I feel out of place, and I'm not going inside.
So many white people. Is this not a white person? I mean, I guess maybe mixed. Very vaguely mixed person, I guess. I'm not going to lie. This looks like an overweight white guy trying to look like a woman. And I guess adding in a little bit of ethnic twist. But I guess, what am I thinking? There's plenty of white liberals who would say this exact same thing. So maybe he's not pretending to be a Latinx trans femme Kiki or something. This is the kind of person that would say, I can't wait to move to Kenya. It's going to be awesome. Because there's all these white people here. Man, I need to move to Ghana. Classic.
Let security know that they're trying to start a fight, and
I was not prepared for that voice. Oh, hilarious. Look at this weird looking thing, and then the...
Good morning, America. Look, I have my share of making fun of Trump supporters. You can see my entire social media presence. It is... And Facebook and TikTok has had some things to say about my behavior towards them. But I guarantee you, calling them racist really isn't going to change their minds. If it triggers the libs, that's what they're going to do. That's their whole ideology, is pissing y'all off. So what do? Well, the one thing that really does get to them is being ostracized. So stop inviting them to shit. If you see their...
Where is he getting that from? Being ostracized? I'm kind of thinking it's the other way around, because it's a group pressure thing that's making, you know, the tranny stuff. The COVID is a perfect example. Were you afraid of being ostracized? Then you wore the mask every day and got the shot. I did neither of those things. But sure. I personally hate being ostrich-sized.
They're saying some wild shit in the fandom, kick them out of that group. You see they're saying some wild shit in the church, kick them out.
Oh yeah, this guy's going to church.
You see they're at a bar or an event and they're starting shit or going off about how they're white and they support Trump. Let security know.
If you see them in a bar going off about how they're white. As someone who's spent an absurd amount of hours at bars, I have never once in my entire life been at a bar and then just heard someone going off about how that they're white. Not once. I've even had drinks with neo-Nazis and other white supremacist people at like punk shows before. Hardcore shows, punk shows. Even they didn't just start going off about how they were white. But you know what I have seen before? The most flamboyantly, annoyingly gay person you've ever met going off about how they're gay. Now that I have seen many times. Many, many times.
know that they're trying to start a fight, and I guarantee you, they're probably going to get kicked out for that. Understand that the only way these people are going to learn is when there's consequences for their actions. Insulting them is not going to change their minds. But losing their treats, that'll change their minds.
This guy just described COVID mania. Treat them horribly. Take stuff away from them. I mean, very strange. This is very strange. And again, do we really think that this guy is spending a lot of time out in public places and hanging out with right-wingers all the time? Or is he always indoors at his computer? And, you know, these types of people, I mean, look at the hair, man. Look at that hair. I mean, overweight, yeah, obvious. That's an easy one to point out. But why are they always gross? Like, there was a time in the United States that we understood that if you saw somebody whose hair looked like this, unkempt, kind of greasy, gross, and they were like an adult. I mean, if they're a teenager, you're like, okay, whatever. But being generally gross, wearing like dirty clothes, having hair like this was a sign of like there's some kind of mental issue going on with this person. This person is not well. And maybe they should spend some time in some sort of institute of some kind. Because this is not how a normal human being takes care of themselves. But they all do it. Every single one of them. That should tell you something. But I guess we're supposed to pretend like that's okay. Oh, God.
Yes.
Is this, you know what this is reminding me of? You're not ready for it. I'm telling you, you're not ready for it. You ready? You're not ready, but are you ready? Here, let me full screen it. Oh, okay, so yeah, check. Here's the comparison. This, whatever this is, it's Herman Munster, you guys. It's Herman Munster. You know, at a certain point, it just can't be ignored how there is a general truth that a lot of these people are just not very good looking. And I don't mean that in the way of like, man, I'm so good looking and everyone on the right is good looking. What I mean is, like I was talking about with the hair thing. I mean, can you just take care of yourself? You could be the ugliest SOB on the face of the earth. Like me. But you'll look better and feel better if you just clean up a little. Just because you're the ugliest SOB on the face of the earth doesn't mean you gotta walk around like the Elephant Man with a burlap sack over your head and nasty poo-covered robes. You need to be the Elephant Man after he was rehabilitated and became John Merrick. This person also actually... I was just thinking, why am I going to the Elephant Man? This person kind of looks like the Elephant Man. This is Herman Munster. Oh, it's uncanny. Herman Munster meets the Elephant Man. Man, that's horrible. I'm sure this is a very nice lady, actually. I'm sure she's very nice. Let's find out.
You guys, I have questions.
I was wrong. This is not a very nice lady. Wow, that was something.
Did you guys watch Donald at the World Cup today? Yes, the booing was fantastic. I already made a video on that. But did you guys notice, was it just my imagination or just hopeful Buffy thinking, but have you guys noticed how much he's aged, like, just in the last bit? Like, he's starting to hunch. He's got that old man hunch when he walks. Did you notice? Did anyone else see it today? Like, even the neck and his hair's doing that old man hunch thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What in the world? I'm speechless. Dang, dude, what the? We need to, we have some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. Bring back the asylums. I mean, what the? What? I'm speechless. I don't. Wow. That gave me chills. This one, that is, wow. Well. I'm glad I got all those jokes in before I actually played the clip, because now I just don't even know what to say. That was, that's one of the craziest people I've ever seen. That's crackhead at the gas station crazy. That is, wow. Man. Okay. I'm going to need some kind of palate cleanser before we move on, because that was... Now I wish that video was Herman Munster mixed with the Elephant Man. That would have been a lot more palatable. Much more palatable, actually. Jeez. All right. Let's have a palate cleanser. I have a few palate cleansers for the end, but I'm gonna have to play one now because that was just that gave me goosebumps. That was gross. That was damn. Okay. This is hilarious. A scene from Breaking Bad, but dubbed as an anime. An English dub of an anime. If you haven't seen this, it's hilarious. I gotta have something to get that crazy lady out of my head.
Tell this asshole if he wants to learn how to make my product, he's gotta do it my way. The right way!
I speak English.
So you understand what asshole means? Now go get me my phenylacetic acid. Asshole! How long is it gonna take you to get him what he needs?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Several hours at least! I can wait! It gives us time to talk about the state of this lab! Don't you have standards?
Who do you think you are?
I'm the guy your boss brought here to show you how it's done. Now, if you want to keep your job, I suggest you stop whining like a little bitch and do what I say! Tell them.
That's some good stuff right there. All right, I feel better now. Man. Dude, I have not experienced something like that in a long time. I mean, not the dub. That was awesome. But that crazy lady, man. This lady looks much easier to listen to. She just has the SSRIs, the dead eyes. I never thought I would long for the dead eyes of a of a pro LGBTQ progressive liberal after man, that crazy crackhead Herman Munster. That was all right.
I am being I don't know how you guys are going on about your lives like nothing's going on. I am being consumed by the deportations and the concentration camps, and I can't think of anything else. Literally, if that trend, tell me something that lives rent-free in your mind, was relevant now, it would be this. I don't know how you guys...
Yeah, that thing that you don't experience at all and have never actually seen any evidence of, but you keep hearing it, like that other lesbian woman who dresses like a 14-year-old kid from the 90s. Well, she gets all her information from TikTok because they're all just little pieces of the puzzle, and they come together and make a pretty picture, and then they know, and then they got it. And then all they do is think about concentration camps. or something like... She said something like that. That's more or less what she said.
To make you fall in love.
Yeah, we're not watching that.
Yeah, nice try, but I have back pain. And do you not think that I tried every
no, thank you.
Question. Why don't they give us our parents and grandparents Social Security checks even when we become adults?
What?
Like, my family still work for that money. Okay? Why am I not getting it?
Okay.
I'll talk about, oh, you everybody, you can work. What about your motherfucking grandma and granddaddy was there?
Oh, I can't listen to this.
Well, I'm at the corner of McAdam and Bancroft in Portland, Oregon. We're at the Portland ICE Detention Center, which we've been occupying for at least a month. It's been more than a month. So you should join us. There's people here continuously the whole fucking time, and there will be until they stop stealing our fucking families. So join us. Get down here.
This is a really, I mean, just American history has led us to this. Some tiny white lady pretending like she's occupying the ICE detention center with her riot gear on. Because obviously she's insane. But the fact that no one is stopping this is also just as insane. These people, man.
Before Donald Trump came into power. It's hard enough. I miss who I was before Donald Trump came into power. It's hard enough.
Oh, I'm sure you were just a ray of sunshine.
Being a human, an adult, a woman, a mother. But waking up every day with this sense of dread and rage. I miss the person I used to be.
So many of these people say this, right? I mean, how is that not... I mean, I know the answer to this is because they're insane, but how is that not just a massive red flag to you that something is wrong with you? Your psyche, this is not normal. Even if Trump was doing all the things they said that he was, like, you know, the vote that I missed out on about getting rid of all the blacks and gays, like, even if he was doing the things that they think he is, this still isn't healthy. This is not how you should live your life. You shouldn't wake up every day with this feeling of existential dread pointed at nothing because there's nothing going on and you just... See, this is... We used to give these people psychiatric help, but now we can't do that because that's going to make it... This is the product of getting psychiatric help at this point. Oh, wow. Wow. Snorlax.
Commercial of spiraling worms.
Does
anyone remember the 2006 era commercial of spiraling words, and it's saying to you, I couldn't go to college because I don't have any money. I don't have any money because I don't have a job. I don't have a job because I don't have any skills. I don't have any skills because I couldn't afford school. I couldn't afford school because I don't have any money. I don't have any money because I don't have a job. I don't have a job because I don't have any skills. I don't have any skills because I can't afford school. I can't afford school because I don't have any money. And it goes on and on and on like that. Yeah, that shit in turn.
No, I don't remember that. I missed that. Is that a real thing? Has anybody ever seen that? How would I even Google that? Commercial. I don't think this is a real thing. I don't even know how I would look for it. I can't find it. They really like this kind of stuff because then it just results in them getting to just sit and do nothing and just stay fat. If I literally can't do anything because of this and it just all goes back around to each other. First of all, school up through high school is free, you fat load. And then, well, I was going to say you could just go work at McDonald's, but you probably should not work at McDonald's. Go somewhere else. My first job was at a movie theater, you know? I was a manager at a pizza place. Again, you probably shouldn't do that. But they love these types of things. And I love that it's from a commercial. And I've internalized it. It's like the people who they compare everything that's happening to Star Wars. Star Wars is their only point of reference. It was a movie. And it sucked. Stop it. I could say the same thing to this person. It was a commercial in 2006. Stop it.
People are just saying, get a better job. Get a high-paying job. Doing yams. I can't get one of those stupid-ass jobs that I'm probably not going to work for. If I went to a schooling of any type, I'll probably only be there for a year, then I'll want a new job because I'm going to hate it. I don't care how much it fucking pays me. It can pay me $30 an hour. If I hate the job, I'm not going to stick around for it. Second,
this one doesn't matter because it seems like a gross teenager. Oh, God, this is a gross adult. Oh, come on. Did you read this caption? This can't be real. Just found out my insurance won't cover my bottom surgery that I've been planning for 9 months. I'm absolutely gutted. But done. That can't be real. Oh, God. Is this Mole?
Stream at 3 p.m. Maybe I'll make you a balloon animal.
Oh, gosh, it kind of is like Mole from TikTok.
Want to support your favorite queer disabled clown?
Not really, no.
Join my live stream at 3 p.m. Maybe I'll make you a balloon animal. Or maybe this one will pop. Want to support...
This is an interesting psychological thing, too. This thing talks like Mole. This is how Mole talks.
Your favorite queer disabled clown? Join my live stream at 3 p.m. Maybe I'll make you a balloon animal.
What is that? That's something that popped up, you know, in the last decade or so. What is that? I don't really want to go down the rabbit hole to figure it out, but there's something there. There's something there.
My town doesn't have 2 hospitals that we had 3 months ago due to unchecked capitalism and greed. My densely populated...
I am going to need to see some sources on that one. What?
Populated area doesn't have a fucking hospital, and the rich keep getting fucking richer. I'm fucking done.
Hey, this is the same. This is the same logic as the woman who said that she was, influenced by that commercial. Yeah, this one.
Era commercial of spiraling words, and it's saying to you, I couldn't go to college because I don't have any money. I don't have any money because I don't have a job. I don't have a job because I don't have any skills. I don't have any skills because I couldn't afford school. I couldn't afford school because I don't have any money. I don't have any money because I don't have a job.
It's this circular problem that you can't fix because you're outside of it. That's the same thing this guy's talking about.
Doesn't have 2 hospitals that we had 3 months ago due to unchecked capitalism and greed.
Unchecked capitalism and greed. And it's because of the rich people keep getting richer. It's this circle that he can't... It's perfect. This kind of roundabout circular logic is perfect for these people because then you're the powerless one in this scenario and you can't... So what are you going to do? Well, I guess I'll just sit here and get fatter and coif my hair a little more and watch the next Marvel movie. and yell curse words on the internet and complain about capitalism and rich people. Why am I so fat and ugly? And why doesn't my town have a hospital? Damn capitalists. What? Okay. PSA, not sponsored, but I wish it was. Pizza Hut is doing $2 personal pan pizzas every What? Oh, God. Why would you buy them all at once, too? At least buy one a day. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I thought she was buying them to stockpile them, to have them. That's not what she's doing. She's eating them all right now. That's the meal. Immediately, my brain was like, wouldn't it make more sense just to get one a day? And because I mean, those little pizzas, they're gonna be gross if you reheat them. Over the next few days until next week, till next Tuesday. But that's not what she's doing. I'm sorry, I don't have a fat brain, I guess. That's where my mind went. I immediately thought that, that's kind of gross to meal plan with those. I mean, you want to eat 2 of those a day and you got to keep them in the fridge and then you're going to microwave them? That's going to be gross. No, she is going to town on those right after she's done filming this. All of them. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those bad boys. Yes, 7 personal pan pizzas. Oh, jeez.
Thing and one thing only, okay? I may only be 22, but...
I'm sorry. You're how old now? Well, I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna say one thing and one thing only, okay? I may only be 22.
Bull. You cannot be... That is not 22. No freaking way. No freaking way is this dude 22. Absolutely not. And if he is... Damn, son. Damn. This guy is on his way to eating 6 personal pan pizzas for lunch by himself. Jeez, man.
But we need to stop electing pussies to run the system of government in which we live under.
What?
Because if I were a senator, if I were a governor, Donald Trump would hate me more than anybody else. And I would make sure that is how it would be.
Yeah, wow, that Look out. That is some tough talk right there. This dude's saying, man, if I was in Congress, I would be the biggest pain in the ass. Yeah, we know. Look at you. We are aware. I would be so annoying if I was in... Yeah, you're super annoying right now. I already hate your guts, and you're not in Congress. And if you go to Congress, I'll hate your guts more. So, agreed. Agreed, young man.
Stop being a pussy. Stop feeding into it. It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I at 22 could take that man down verbally. Come on. I'm gonna say...
Yeah, totally. For sure, young man of 22. Absolutely. You see this a lot from the lefties nowadays, where they act like, why is no one standing up to Trump? I'm sorry, what? What planet do you live? What? Donald Trump has had more injunctions on him from courts than but by like what was it? He has more injunctions on him in his first 6 months in office than have been issued in 100 years. And every single day you see these people just... First of all, before he was even reelected, they tried to put him in prison like 60 times. They arrested his lawyers. I mean, what do you... Why is no one doing anything? What? Hey, just because it's not working doesn't mean you're not being super annoying. So you can be proud of that one.
We got to continue to jump the ICE agents. Jump them. Jump the fuck out of them like it's a gang initiation. Jump them! We got to continue.
I would like everyone to know that assaulting an officer, an ICE agent, not a good idea. I would definitely do not recommend that. Definitely wouldn't do that.
This Gen Z stare that. Why do you think?
Oh, here's the Gen Z stare again. Is this... People call it a Gen Z stare? I don't think it's a Gen Z stare. I think it's... Unless I'm mixing this up. Are they talking about the dead eyes thing? Because that's not just Gen Z. I mean, there's plenty of people who have that across maybe 3 generations. Maybe there's more people in Gen Z who have it, maybe? I'm sick of hearing about this Gen Z stare.
Gen Z stare this, Gen Z stare that. Why do you think? Hold on.
What are you doing?
Why do you think young people keep staring at you with deadpan eyes? Why do you think?
It's because you're retarded and you're on a lot of drugs. But it's not just Gen Z. There's plenty of millennials and some Gen X that have it as well. But this is a very reasonable young woman, very even-tempered. I'm sure the rest of this 2.5-minute video would really... We'd really learn a lot, but we're gonna skip it.
And I'm really freaked out right now.
I already love this video. This is hilarious.
Hello, I study the far right, and I'm really...
This person studies the far right, she claims. Let's see how correct she is on what she's going to say about the far right. The far right. The dastardly far right.
really freaked out right now. There's a politician in New York City who's running for mayor, and he just got kidnapped by masked men, and they look like militia to me. They're wearing caps, and they're not uniformed. Like, there's no consistency in what they're wearing. A lot of them are wearing body armor, but like, anybody can buy body armor. I have body armor. a lot of people have talked about
Somebody who calls it body armor like that doesn't own body armor. A lot of people can buy body armor. I have body armor. I'd like to know what it is that you actually have. What is that? What exactly does that mean? Body armor. This is like the people who want to ban silencers because they make guns sound like psh, psh, psh. Body armor. Yeah, I've got to Google this, Vic. I have no idea. She studies the far right way more than I do because I never heard of this. New York mayoral candidate kidnapped. Oh, well, Google AI says no, the New York mayoral candidate was not kidnapped. That's pretty good. That bodes well for... So this says that she's referring to Brad Lander. Oh, is this... I did see this video. Yeah. This was the guy that was being an idiot. I mean, I know that's like a shock and it doesn't narrow it down at all. But I'm sure you saw this story too. This was the guy who intentionally got arrested and then they just let him go because he was grandstanding basically. He was trying to cause a problem so he could play it up.
Judicial warrant. Do you have a judicial warrant? Do you have a judicial warrant? Can I see the judicial warrant? Can I see the warrant? I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it? Where is the warrant? I have it in my hand here. I would like to let go of the warrant.
Yeah, that stupid thing.
You don't have authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Sir.
Yeah, it's that story where it's when there was like several of those back to back, like when Alex Padilla got arrested in California, and well, there was a few others where they did stupid things like that. But he was totally wrong in what he was saying. He was saying you don't have the right to arrest U.S. citizens. They weren't. This was an illegal. He got in the way. Stepped in the way, and then he started saying, I want to see a judicial warrant. Where's my judicial warrant? And they don't need a judicial warrant anyway. The whole thing was dumb. It was the more grandstanding, like the Alex Padilla thing. Now, do we not think that everyone would know if there was some kind of masked far-right militia with silencers and body armor wearing all different kinds of masks who kidnapped a mayoral candidate in New York that we wouldn't know about that? that wouldn't be the #1 story on the news? And I'm not even saying rightfully so. Like it should be like the #1 story in America. If some masked militia stormed a building in New York and kidnapped a mayoral candidate. I mean, yeah, that would certainly be newsworthy, I would think. But it didn't happen.
your rights when ICE shows up.
Why is this woman trying to... She's based her style off of Rocco's Modern Life. I just realized that. Doesn't she look like she's out of Rocco's Modern Life? Oh, heck yeah. I'm feeling it. For sure. There is nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm going to start dressing like I live in Rocco's Modern Life. In fact, I think we all should. Oh, no, where'd it go? There we go.
But people have not talked about what to do if a militia shows up pretending to be ICE. Militias have a wide range, or wide spectrum of what they are. some militias are like glorified Boy Scouts and, you know, just social clubs and people wanting to prep. And then
That's what I like. The left-wing paranoia about militias, right-wing militias. The few people who talk about them, like this woman, and she studies the far right, so she knows what she's talking about. Because you never really get an explanation. Because I've maintained that the things that they're talking about don't exist. There isn't this far-right militia problem in the United States. But when you do what she did, where you categorize, yeah, there's like the militias, they operate in all kinds of ways. Oh, really? Like what? They're like social clubs, and they're like Boy Scouts. Oh well, I think when you said right-wing militia, we kind of all thought something else. But okay.
And then some of them are incredible.
Or not thought, hoped for something else, and we're like, please tell me where can I sign up?
Dangerous. And I know y'all like to joke about like the gravy seals or whatever, but like the ones on the far end of dangerous have to be taken seriously. During lockdown, a militia targeted the sitting governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh my God, no way.
To kidnap her, try her in an extrajudicial
No
court,
way.
and then hang her. Thankfully, they were foiled in 2020 in Oregon during the BLM protests and the wildfire.
No way did she bring up the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot as her proof of right-wing militias and how dangerous they are. In case you missed that story, you guys, it was like 2 normal guys and like 12 undercover FBI agents that talked them into it. And didn't that trial actually end up with them? Because they sued them, and didn't they lose? Like the undercover, like the federal government lost that trial, isn't that what it was? Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping trial verdict. Oh, here's the people that were found guilty, and then the ones that 2 men pleaded guilty. Well, why would you do that, man? Oh, come on, load, you bastard. Involving FBI agents and 12 informants. Good God. That did not exactly end up the way that they thought it would. Or the way that she thought it would. FBI agents and 12 other informants. Man. Three were found not guilty because it says entrapment. Wow. Undercover FBI agent. Jeez. Good times, good times.
There's that year.
All I'm saying is don't trust the boys who want to start a right-wing militia with you, because the odds are 90% of them are feds.
Armed militias would stop cars on the highway and search for Antifa. Enrico Tarrio and Stuart Rhodes, who...
God, she's pretending to cry. So it's like, what was that thing she said?
Foiled in 2020 in Oregon during the BLM protests and the wildfires that year. Armed militias would stop cars on the highway and search for Antifa.
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this, just the way I'd never heard of that guy being kidnapped, the New York mayoral candidate being kidnapped. I don't know how to Google this one. What did she say? It was in Oregon?
Antifa. Cars on the armed militias in Oregon during
2020 Oregon militias look for Antifa. In 2020, reports emerged of self-proclaimed militias and right-wing vigilante groups in Oregon, prompted by unsubstantiated rumors circulated on social media that Antifa activists were traveling to rural areas. These rumors false. Okay. So it looks like maybe she's referring to rumors and then so things that were proven to not be true, stopping people looking for Antifa. It's a combination. Looks like it's a combination of that and the time that you remember during the BLM stuff, there was those videos of those citizens standing outside their neighborhoods, like by their fence, when the protesters came by and they were like armed and they were just standing there telling them like, you better stay away from our houses. Because, I mean, why would they feel like their houses are being threatened by all these Black Lives Matter and Antifa rioters? I mean, they had no history of violence. They did do nothing. It sounds like that's what she's mixing up.
during the BLM protests and the wildfires that year, armed militias would stop cars on the highway and search for Antifa.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And Stuart Rhodes, who were the leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, two of the most dangerous militias, both of whom were involved in the
dangerous militias, jeez.
assault on the U.S. Capitol, have both been pardoned by Trump and have called for revenge. These people are fueled by conspiracy theories.
Wow. If that's not the pot calling the kettle black, I mean, jeez. She just listed like 3 different conspiracy theories that...
They will believe anything. We need to...
Man, tell me about it. You think a mayoral candidate was kidnapped by a group of right-wing militias with body armor.
to figure out what we're going to do if militias pretending to be...
This is weird. This is also like that woman that said, you know, that middle-aged woman who was talking about, yeah, this woman who says...
Where Donald Trump came into power, but waking up every day with this sense of dread.
Waking up with a sense of dread. This woman is on the verge of tears talking about a bunch of things that she made up and read about online because she studies the far right. This has literally nothing to do with her. She would be perfectly fine if even this stuff was real. It's not, but even if it was, I mean, what are you freaking out about, lady? You look like you're like 5'4" and you dress like you just came out of Rocco's Modern Life. I mean, what? I don't understand. Why is she crying and freaking out? Sure. You can say that, well, you disagree with these things and you don't like them and you're upset that it's happening, but to have this kind of physical reaction as if you're somehow in danger. We need to decide what we're going to do if the country's ever taken over by right-wing militias. Well, you're not doing shit. Nothing. And you won't be in any danger. So I don't really understand what your problem is.
And I'm going to say it calmly. White people are not going to be able to handle the rage they are going to feel when they finally come to the realization of what Trump and Musk is doing. And that, more than anything, freaks me the fuck out. Because y'all motherfuckers freak out over minute shit. Y'all...
Well, you're kind of freaking out right now. And I'm not really even sure what about. Look at that freeze frame. Hilarious.
Hit the ICE agents.
Oh,
hit
geez, so
them,
loud.
hit them, beat the fuck out of those ICE agents. No mercy.
Why is it always some short fat lady who's talking about assault them, beat them? That was the other woman that was saying that was also an overweight black lady.
Mercy. Beat the living shit out of them. Hit the.
Again, I would advise against anyone doing that.
Die in office. Die in office. Die in office.
It's still playing. I don't get it. Why does his face look like he just got punched? Like his mouth is like moved to the left. See that? I have not paused it. For some reason, I don't know what this is. What is this? Is this some kind of... God, his eyes are looking in two different directions. It looks like a freeze frame of someone who just got punched. And they Photoshop out the fist or something. But what... Is this some kind of TikTok trend that I'm not getting? What? What was that all about? Well, that sure was entertaining.
Ow. Well, if you're not going to listen to disabled people during Disability Pride Month, maybe you'll listen to me. Get more normal about disabled people now. Listen to them when they say you're being microaggressive or weird or otherwise ableist. Get more.
All right, listen, lady. There's no way I'm listening to a disabled person who says I'm weird. That's just an absurdity, okay? Someone who's the literal definition of weird, accusing me of being weird, that's not gonna happen.
Does it feel weird to anybody else that, like, we just keep living our normal lives while there's a literal concentration camp in Florida and America is, like, on its way to become...
Holy crap, this video's 2.5 minutes long. Did you see that thing about the alligator Alcatraz, and they're afraid that, they're saying this is a literal concentration camp? Did you see that story? First of all, if it was based, am I right? But that story about... I think I used to have it bookmarked, but I think I deleted it on accident. Where they thought they were cooking the illegals, like they were burning them in like a medieval torture scenario, like the Iron Bowl like type scenario. Did you hear about this? It's not true, by the way, in case you were wondering, but I think I had it bookmarked once, but I think I might have deleted it on accident. Yeah, essentially they were saying it was like Mexican barbecue, is more or less. It was like this wild Blue Anon, as they call it, conspiracy about somebody claimed to have the invoice for the federal government ordering these like steel drums that are used to cook pigs or something and having them sent to alligator Alcatraz. Oh, come on. I would love to find this because it's hilarious. You have got to be so out of your mind to think that. Something, it's like something out of a movie. Alligator Alcatraz critics call it cruel. Aw, come on, where is it? That was hilarious. Bummer. I can't find it anymore. There was this whole thing about how they had connected the dots, man. And look, they're burning the illegals. I guess that's one of the ones that they're pretending like that they never believed. Oh, man. I forgot about this video. I gotta save that. That'll be a good end to this stream. Yeah, I can't find it anymore. Bummer. Yeah, it was this video. I didn't hear about Incinerator, but sure, why not? Why not have that too? It was this video, and the person was showing pictures of these. They were like actually grills, but they were like these. They're like big enough that a person could like crawl inside of it, and it actually had like, you know, a flame insignia on the side of it, like a grill, and you were supposed to like put wood in the bottom of it, and then you put the pig like inside of it, and they had all these pictures of it, and they were saying that they were being all shipped out to Alligator Alcatraz, and that it was proven because like they had an invoice, and they didn't actually have an invoice. It was like something like, my friend's cousin knows a guy who works at in the government and says that he heard about it. Man, why would I have... I think I accidentally deleted that. Or maybe the original post was deleted. Maybe if I tag it with conspiracy theory, it'll show up. I think it was on X. Maybe I'll just search on X real quick and see if I can find it. Yeah, it was some TikTok video where someone was just like losing their mind over it. Bummer, I can't find it. It was pretty funny. It was circulating around the same time that they were saying that Trump was having the military fly illegals out to the middle of the ocean so they could drop them in the ocean and feed them to sharks. That was another good one. Inquiring minds want to know, did Trump really throw migrants into shark-infested waters? No. In case you're wondering, he in fact did not throw migrants into shark-infested waters. But if he did, it would be hilarious. Bummer. I couldn't find it. I'm sure if I scroll around long enough, it'll come up somewhere. I like this. Hundreds of detainees with no criminal charges sent to Alligator Alcatraz. They always say that, but what they really mean is we're not going to count coming here illegally as being a crime. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure they all have one criminal charge. I mean, it's in the name, illegal. All right, let's finish this, what this nice lady has to say. If you're still hanging out, thanks for chilling. Make sure you like the stream. I think there's still a link to join the Discord in the description of the stream, I think. PRD and I have been playing The Forest on streaming it on Discord. That's been fun. Super chats, always appreciated if you're having a good time. And if you're not, well then, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry indeed. I bring great shame on my family. I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, here we go. Fat lady talking about something.
The next Germany. Like, it just feels like things shouldn't feel like.
Use your words.
Like, what? Just feels like I'm getting up and I'm going to work and coming home.
Calling BS on that one. I don't believe it.
And going to bed and doing normal things, and that just feels like that shouldn't be the case. Like we can't say that we don't know what's going on. We know what's going on. We've seen this not even 100 years ago. So like, okay, we're calling it out. We're seeing it. We're spreading awareness. We're protesting. We're calling our representatives. It just doesn't feel like enough. Doesn't feel like we're doing anything.
It's because you're not.
Talking about it and letting it happen. Just
man. Oh my God, there's still a minute left. I thought that was it.
I don't know.
Felt like it was the end of the video.
It just feels. I scroll on TikTok and I'm sold of broth and fancy crock things. I don't know. Like, it just feels weird that things are just going about normal life while the world is falling apart for so many people.
You can do it.
In our own country.
Oh my God, she's still going.
Yeah.
Man, that was deep. That was very helpful. That was very, very insightful. I like how she says that, we're watching, Nazi Germany come back, and there's concentration camps, and they're killing people, and it's the Nazis and Hitler. I don't know what to do. I mean, we've been calling our representatives. Oh, well, son of a bitch. It's like no one cares, and I called my representative. How much you want to bet she's never called a representative? The world is literally falling down around me, and people are dying in the streets, and there's concentration camps, and they already got rid of the blacks and the gays. I called my congressperson. Good times. Good times. All right, I got to show you guys this. I forgot about this. I was going to play this on one of my other streams a long time ago, and I never did. This is the funniest damn thing I have ever seen.
There's no arguing it. Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-black women's team to win the Cross-Examination Debate Association's national championship. This morning, we have two of the team members here. We have Amina Ruffin and Corey Johnson, both here to talk about the major victory. Ladies, way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've made so many people proud in this area. Now we want to pick your brain a little bit as we admire your huge trophy, by the way. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to ask you first. We'll start with you, Amina. What was the topic, first of all?
The topic was restricting presidential war powers authority.
They say the nigga's always already queer. That's exactly the point. It means that the impact is not, that is an impact turn to the that it is a case turn to the affirmative, because if we are saying that queer bodies are not able to survive, then it necessarily means that the body of the nigga is not able to survive.
We got the topic in about July, and we started doing our research then.
And when the nigga sees these pains and suffering, that he can only envision himself, that he does not see another nigga that he can feel sympathy for or embrace, but rather that otherness gets obliterated.
And we've been supplementing our research throughout the season.
Man-photogenic object, disfigured, lynching, trauma enough. The insight, the trauma representation is back central to the black child, devouring and identifying with the stories and images the white culture brought up to think and act subjectively like a white man, the black man.
So where do you go from there? You know, when you start preparing for a national competition, once you know the topic, what's next?
Well, you do a lot of research.
Says that the way that the status quo works is through whiteness allowing, forcing other bodies to tell narrations of whiteness and the violences that whiteness does. We say that is the link that we will go for.
Man. So in case you're wondering, it was the footage was not included in the actual news report. That was somebody edited that in, but man, that's hilarious. They got these two young ladies on here as if they're well, very, very, very smart, articulate. They won the debate, and they're not going to show you that they're just talking about all the gay niggas out of it. What's the topic? Yes, we had very thoughtful and articulate opinions on restricting the president's wartime powers. Really? Really? Yeah, it's just that they were discussing it in African American vernacular English. Oh, good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was a pretty good tomfoolery stream. Not bad. Not bad. I had a rant about Buc-ee's that I wanted to go on. I had a few different references for that, but I'll save that for a different stream. In case you didn't know this, I hate Buc-ee's. Sorry for all the people here who really love Buc-ee's. Oh, and I had some stuff about an annoying, or how annoying cyclists are. Cyclists, they're just the worst. Everyone knows that. Everyone agrees on that. There may be some weirdos here who say they like Buc-ee's for some reason, which is, the hell is wrong with you? But definitely everyone hates cyclists. But I'll save that for another stream. And then I had, it didn't fit. I may have to just make a video about this, because this is one of the weirdest stories I've ever seen. It kind of felt wrong to call it tomfoolery, because it's clearly on another level, which was this story. A pastor in the U.S. was crucified before having a crown of thorns placed on his head after death. His killer was later apprehended while en route to crucify two Catholic priests. His first target was a priest in Phoenix before being interrupted. In total, he had 14 targets, pastors and priests on his list for crucifixion. This killer is described as being obsessed with the Old Testament and has a Hebrew tattoo reading Yahweh on his neck, and has calmly stated that he is in a healthy mental state. Yeah, that is some tomfoolery. A certain kind of tomfoolery for sure. I'm not sure it's a ha-ha kind of tomfoolery, but it certainly is tomfoolery. I mean, you can't argue that. I was trying to find some of my... All right, here we go. This is freaking hilarious. I'm sure for the palate cleanser for the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Dave Portnoy and his meltdown over people hating the Jews, you know, and all that stuff. Have you heard this hilarious song making fun of him? Because it's fantastic. This will be this is a nice palate cleanser. The Dave Portnoy diss track.
Dead babies.
Unless it gets copyright claimed. I don't know if it will or not.
Don't tell me to shut up. Don't
Shut the fuck up, you bald fuck. Oh, big boss man, don't tell. I'll tell you, you work for me.
Okay, go ahead.
You
Continue.
little bitch. You work for me.
Sure, you bet. For now.
Oh, you don't? You're literally saying people should be allowed to make Jew jokes, say whatever they want. Yes, I think people should be allowed to make jokes. So how many motherfucking Jews have to be killed before you stop?
Hey, you could joke about death, you could joke about rape, you could joke about Indians or dead babies, laughing at whatever the fuck that you wanna. Only one thing is sacred, that's Davy. Don't joke about Jews, nah. Don't joke about Jews, hey. Don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Dave. You can laugh about blacks, you can laugh about gays, you can laugh about immigrants in them cages. Joke about anything on this earth, but if it's about Jews, then you might as well save it, bitch. Don't joke about Jews, nah. Don't joke about Jews, hey. Don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about David, you are a homo, retarded shlomo, dishing what you can't take. Portnoy, the Jewish faggot, stop trying to drag it. Mad at the jokes we make. El Rey's the rente is losing his mind. Loading my Glock, got him screaming out 9. How about I tell you some jokes, Mrs. Portnoy, and you tell me what's over the line. All of you people controlling the media, changing the weather, controlling our minds. Hollywood pedophile lawyers and slum lords that would do anything for a dime. What if I said something that you ain't like? What if I called you a kite? What if I noticed somehow you make money whenever a colored man spits in a mic? What if I told you that Israel is evil and it's time to rise up and free Palestine? Or maybe all parties involved are retarded and things would be better if all of them died. Especially the children, I hate them the most. Raise up your glass, I'm proposing a toast in honor of freedom to make any joke, even though there's a victim within every roast. You could joke about death, you could joke about rape, you could joke about Indians or dead babies, laughing at whatever the fuck that you wanna. Only one thing is sacred, that's Davy. Don't joke about Jews, nah. Don't joke about Jews, hey. Don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Dave. You can laugh about blacks, you can laugh about gays, you can laugh about immigrants in them cages. Joke about anything on this earth, but if it's about Jews, then you might as well save it, bitch. Don't joke about Jews, nah. Don't joke about Jews, hey. Don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about Jews, don't joke about...
Oh, like, see, there we go. There we go. What are you guys fucking laughing about? Terrible. Exactly.
An absolute hit right there. That's going down in history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. This has been another Tomfoolery stream. I am going to do another socialism, maybe one or two more, because there's so many videos from that freaking socialism conference. I only ever get like 30 minutes into each stream. Like into their stream. But it's still fun anyway. All right, guys. My name is Swamp. Thanks for hanging out. Stay wicked, my friends. And whatever else my sign-off usually is. Sure. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time.